and none has an ending, either. From the New York Tribune, October 16th, 2001. A Hero Remembered, Captain James McCaffrey, by Harry Randall. Third in a series of profiles of the lost heroes of September 11th. Note to readers. September 11th produced countless heroes. Many are still with us. Others perished. Some final acts of bravery and sacrifice will never be known. The New York Tribune joins a grateful city in saluting all our unsung heroes. There are others among the lost whose final deeds stand out in memory. In this series, the Tribune profiles some of these heroes as a testimony to their courage and to the character and pride of all New Yorkers. First in, last out. With these words, spoken by a surviving member of Ladder Company 62, Captain James McCaffrey was eulogized before a crowd of 2,500 at a memorial service at St. Patrick's Cathedral on Monday, October 15th. McCaffrey, 46, was one of the most decorated firefighters in the history of the New York City Fire Department, and the focus of a memorial fund was remembered by speakers including the mayor, the fire commissioner, the governor's chief of staff, and firefighters who had served with McCaffrey or under his command. Firefighters from nearly every state in the Union stood shoulder to shoulder in the cathedral aisles, ceding the pews to members of the FDNY and to McCaffrey's family and friends. Because of his long and distinguished career, and, paradoxically, his lifelong distaste for publicity, James McCaffrey's story has captured the imagination and the hearts of New Yorkers. He has been cited as an example of the courage and character of the FDNY on the day of the worst terrorist attacks in American history. Ladder 62, housed in a landmark firehouse on West 11th Street, was one of the first companies to respond to reports that a plane had hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center, arriving at the scene minutes before the second plane struck. Multiple accounts from survivors credit McCaffrey's organization of their evacuation with saving hundreds of lives. Repeatedly noted was McCaffrey's calm, in-control demeanor, and a sense he conveyed that the situation was in hand. More than one survivor spoke of McCaffrey's smile. "He didn't say anything," said Baz Woods, a law firm clerk. "But he made me feel like things weren't so bad, like someone was in charge." That was definitely Jimmy. Thomas Malloy, a prominent Staten Island businessman, childhood friend of McCaffrey's, and founder of the McCaffrey Memorial Fund, told the Tribune. "You always knew Jimmy could take care of things." James McCaffrey grew up in the Pleasant Hills neighborhood on Staten Island. He left over 2 decades ago, but is still regarded as a local hero. "Oh, no question," said Father Dennis Connor, pastor of St. Anne's Church in Pleasant Hills. "Through all these years, we'd read in the papers about him, some brave thing he'd done, and we'd all be thinking, that's our Jimmy." James McCaffrey always wanted to be a firefighter. He had a red plastic helmet someone gave him when he was 3, said Mr. Malloy's ex-wife, Victoria. He wore it all the time. When it got too small, he still kept squashing it on. His father had to buy him another one. McCaffrey is remembered as a quiet boy who captained the varsity baseball team at Dwight D. Eisenhower High School. "Jimmy never talked much," said Mike Pitterney, retired head coach. "I never remember him riding anyone. It all went into his game. Jimmy expected a lot from himself, and he made the other guys want to give as much as he did. We made the playoffs every season he played. We won 2 division titles." McCaffrey entered the FDNY Academy in 1976 at the age of 21. His first assignment was to Engine 168 in Pleasant Hills. "We watched him grow up," recalled Owen McCardle, a firefighter retired from Engine 168.